I'm making a game. It's called The God Killer. It is a 3D top-down puzzle-solving adventure game. And your main antagonist in the game is a pair of floating hands. I have been working on these hands for a while. Many things that I do with these hands. Many things. I don't even want to recap every single thing I've done with it. But they're at a point now where I can load in some audio, some dialogue that these floating hands are supposed to speak. Their words emanate from some place besides a mouth. It's a somewhat supernatural character. So I can load in some dialogue, and that dialogue will be analyzed. You see all these yellow lines here. There are points where the algorithm judges are good places for hand gestures to be animated. So down here there's some letters, and they correspond to decisions that I manually made for exactly what type of gesture will be performed at each one of the yellow lines. And I have a small library, growing library, of hand gestures that can be assigned. And these letters, I just know that they correspond to certain animations. So, for example, J is the first half of a Martin Luther King Jr. style gesture where he sets up a point he's about to make. He'll say, like, on the one hand, but, and then he switches the other way. And that's the capital J, which is the second gesture. So that's an example. I'll play this, you get idea exactly what the final result is.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
So that's it. Now, this is not my game. This is a tool for my game. It's the pipeline by which I will produce a number of hand animations for, I don't know, before it's all over, it might be something like 20 minutes of recorded dialogue non-stop. So I wanted to be somewhat efficient. I don't want to make a polished tool. Also, I want to be done with this tool because I want to get back to the game. This is just a thing that I'm making to make the game. It's not the actual experience that I'm putting out to the world. This is a tool for me to build part of the game, the hand animations. So this morning, while I was drinking coffee, waking up, got my iPad with me, and I'm just writing down like a list of what are the remaining things I'm going to do on this tool before I call it done. And I didn't write a long list. It was pretty short. I'm going to pick some of those things to do tonight in this session. I looked at it and like part of me said, yeah, you can do all of them. You can do every last one. And then I thought, no, because what happens is as soon as I set a goal for myself in one of these sessions and I don't make it, it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It's the Meeseeks problem. If you're familiar with Rick and Morty, Mr. Meeseeks, once given a task, will do everything he can to finish that task so that he can have sweet death at the end of the task. And my sweet death comes in the form of a little half cup of vodka and watching some TV, eating some food, and then falling asleep. It's nice to end with victory, and all these sessions I am for victory by the end of it. I'm only going to be here on this session for maybe, since I started late, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so I'm not going to pick too many things to do. First one on my list, take a quick crack at easing. So easing is a way where you can take two values. Typically easing refers to animation, but it could be something else, and sort of smooth the departure and arrival between the 2 points. And I looked up a function this morning that should be able to do it without too much effort. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what it looks like. If it doesn't look immediately good, I'm probably just going to take it out and keep going. But it seemed like I could just very quickly improve this animation. So here it is, the status quo, the baseline. I'm going to play it one more time.
You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
So the one place in the animation where it's particularly pronounced to me that it seems too linear, too like every frame has constant progress and there's no coming to a stop, is the shift in the middle, where the hands are first starting off to the left, and then as the second point is made, they go off to the right. Watch it again.
You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly,
there.
You are extra.
So they fly a large distance. That's the thing that makes it look worse. They move a large distance relative to all the other animations. And then they just come to a complete 100% stop at the end. That could use some easing. So I'm going to see what I can do. And I am in a very brutish, practical mood about this whole thing because I have been on hand animations for maybe 3-4 weeks. I'm a part-time laborer here, and I would like to be making progress on the other things. Much as I love these hand animations and am proud of them, but this one I think is not going to be that hard, and I could be wrong, but let's just see. So hands controller, and this is the heart of all the twining. So I find the two keyframes, or events as they're called here. Sometimes there's only one, and then if there's only one, then there's no twining that needs to be performed. But if I do find two keyframes and the position requested is right between them, then I make a value between 0 and 1, representing the amount I want to be between the two keyframes. So I believe that I could drop in this other function called Hermite. Oh, I thought it was going to be present in the runtime. Okay, where do I find Hermite? Okay. Cough drop time for my logarithmic code. Never-ending cough, which is at this point just a skin itch and a place that can't be scratched. Okay, so Unity, Math, FX, Hermite. Oh, maybe I think I might have to just manually add it in. Like, copy it in like a snippet. Is that what the deal is? Let me see what this says. Where is the code they're talking about? Oh, well, this is it right here. Okay. So That's pretty easy. I don't know if I want the whole thing, but I will start by copying it all in. Whoops. That would have been a mistake. mathfx.cs. Okay, I can go along with that. Okay. Let me try that. Math fx hermite Jesus. So be prove event time next event time, and then the value will be this. Okay, yeah. So I could actually just do between 0, 1F, 20%. Use 20. Okay, that I like. I can just let the original code be there and make that single adjustment. So let's try that. Well, okay, there's the bird one. Well, it works. I do kind of wonder about these other errors. Don't really need that. This code here. How did I create a new error here? No, this is the old code. This is the old code. I was just trying out the old code. I didn't actually. So there's got to be a couple errors. No, it built. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. These might not apply. Let me see. Okay. Alright, so let's try out. the same dialogue as before and see if the easing helps it. Because of another shortcoming in my tool here, I have to continuously repaste this. I'll fix that before it's over.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think it did improve it. It's not a very pronounced ease.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Okay. I can live with that. I was hoping for it to be a little more pronounced, I'll admit.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my spirit of moving on. I made a small improvement there. I don't know if it's completely optimized to the degree I would like, but I really need to get brutal with myself and move on. Because it's a good hand animation. The subtleties I'm thinking about aren't going to help that much. On to the next thing in my list. In fact, I'm even taking a moment to cross out the stuff I already did. Okay. So I have set defaults of the gestures to be left and right side hands. So I'll show you what I mean. Right now, if I create a new gesture, the two hands are just sort of like their zombie position, which is like if a zombie was coming for you, he'd put his hands out in front of him like, oh, that's a zombie position. And I want them to just default to be, what's the real use one? This is not going to take me long at all. I want them to be defaulting to be side by side, like so. I can do this with just 2 lines of code change. It's not going to be hard at all. Not going to be hard at all. Left twist. Right twist. That should be it. Let me double check the values. Yes. Okay, save that. Let it recompile. Okay, change this a little bit so I have something to compare to. And change this one. Okay, then I'll add a new animation. Perfect. Ooh, I get to cross another one off my list. Making fast progress. Okay, done. I like it when things are done. Okay, let me pick something that's a little bit harder. So, a thing that I noticed when I was authoring the other day, these text boxes, it's hard. Okay, so there is here, let's hit play. So there's one text box here, and in it, I could edit individual animations. There are different points here, but except by counting, which is difficult for longer WAV files, there's no way to line up these individual characters to the yellow lines that are the insertion points for gestures. So what I want to do is create one text box per insertion point and just have them line up so that it's really easy to figure out which thing I want to change. So I'm going to do that, and this one will take a little bit longer. Okay. Too many things open. I'm going to close all these extra tabs. So it's in the control panel. Okay. Handle control panel. There we go. So let's see, it's going to be something like let's just do this. Handle code text fields. Okay. What will I pass? I'll pass the current codes gonna need the chunks too. Oh man, this is trickier than I thought. Problem is, the information about the insertion points, I've been discarding it. I've been using it as an intermediate data structure inside of this generate animations and setup UI. So when I'm here in my UI and trying to figure out where to put these boxes, it's a little bit tricky, but what I could do is use one of the I can use the visual information that was generated on the previous call. That's actually probably the best way to do it, since this is UI information to begin with that I'm trying to generate. So basically the information that makes these lines here, I'll use that. Okay, so I'll pass chunks. I'll pass is chunk highlighted. I could even just pass is chunk highlighted. And it will return new codes. Oh yeah, that should encapsulate it pretty well. Yank this out. So, want to break out that string into an array of characters. Also, I can make this... No, I can't make it static very well. Okay. String encodes. Distinguish it from the other member variable. Cool. Cool. And say for each one of these babies, that will get me the next chunk position that is highlighted, which is the same thing as an insertion point. So the positioning of this might be a little tricky to figure out. Okay. So the X position should be calculated the same way as I did when I drew those bars. So let's refactor that. Trying to be a little bit dry here. DRY is an acronym. It stands for Don't Repeat Yourself. When you see code that's copied and pasted, it's a code smell. Okay, what's the complaint? Oh. Get chunk width, chunk count. Okay. So get chunk left. And go back down to where all this red is. Ugh. Come on. What? What the fuck? You can't convert a car to a string? Yes, you can. Don't be weak. Let me guess. You have a 2-string? Yes, you do. Now what? String to car. Okay, that's a little more fair. So let's call this string. New code equals am. What? Coder. That's it. Okay, now is there a join method? Is that how it works? Yes. What can I do? 2-string? Okay. What? Ah! Okay, that would be amazing if this just worked the first time, but I highly doubt it. Let's see what it does. It's nice that it's editor code, so it should instantly succeed or fail without me having to play. Okay. So it put everything in one spot. So there's some kind of miscalculation there. Oh, system car. Boy, there's like, oh, that's bad. It's reading maybe uninitialized memory, or a pointer is going to some memory that doesn't belong to it. Fair chance I crash here. That on its own shouldn't account for the layout problems though, so I'll keep debugging. Left at 8. Cool. That looks pretty good there. Oh, I know a thing that's going to happen. It'll just keep on getting the same highlight position when it comes back to this logic. Okay. Play. Play. Okay. This I can fix very, very, very easily. Set this -1. Okay, as far as the code array containing garbage, that's weird. I'm gonna check it out. That's weird. I think it's just uninitialized. It's when you build things. Let's see. Oh, this is there. I think I've got an awake. Do I have an awake? I do. Try that. Oh, look it. Look it. Look it. Ah. That's cool. So it's gonna work. It is gonna work. There's some stuff to fix, but it will work. I have no idea where this system car is coming from. Let me adjust the layout a little bit more. So it's not overlapping the button. Oh, then you disappeared. That's okay though. I understand why. I think I understand why. Where does codes get set? Anyways, I'll try it when I hit play. I think it'll sort out. Dang it. It did not sort out. because codes is not set. Okay, let me take a look. When does codes get set? Codes equals I think I don't need this. I'm going to take them out. I'll leave the one of them that I think I'll use later, but this one I can take out. Okay, codes equal this is where it would generate them. Oh, okay, I've got some logic that is kind of depending upon use codes to be null. So let me put it back to how it was. But here, I'll be more explicit. I'll say it's null. And then this other code, I'll just do a trivial exit here to avoid doing anything ugly or weird if codes hasn't been set yet. Hit the play button. See if it'll set up correctly. God damn it. Okay. Why are you not setting codes? See if it even gets there. Clear. So here I should have, okay, I've got my insertions. So this should just populate that string. So go out here. Let's use codes. Null. So codes should be set. It is. Cool. All that's good. So I don't get it. If I hit play, is it going to fix it?
M, you are special.
No, it's not. Code is set now. But when does this get called? It gets called inside of there, but when I get to there, I should have the code set. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sure it will. It won't take me too long. Okay. Okay. Done? Okay. Let's try this again. It's the order of things that happens. So at this point, what is codes? System car. What the hell? So inside of this call to get codes from gesture insertions, it returns system car? Use codes. Use codes got set to system car. Who's calling? Who's calling this? Handle control panel is and codes is system car. So inside of this function, this is one of these deals where I honestly wrote some kind of low quality iterative code, and because I knew that I was almost done and I would not have to do much more on it, I stopped myself from investing in a better design. It's kind of like you're just real close to the finish line and you don't worry about whatever. I'll figure this out before my brain gets too tired to figure it out, before I go Mr. Meeseeks. Okay. So I think I want the first call to this thing. I think I want the very first call to this thing. Hit play. And let's exit. God, fucking go. Okay. Handle. Code text fields. First call this thing I want. Do I have like... This is so weird. This is really weird for me. Okay. Can you be done? Just be done. Be done. Fuck. Play. Okay, now I can... Are you exited? Yes, I can set my breakpoints. Come back. God damn it. Problem is it's because it's GUI code, it's gonna get called just from the editor. The editor. Out there. If I set it there. It's so weird. Someplace, probably here, I screwed up. Probably there. Hit play. That's probably where I screwed up. Okay. That's almost certainly it. So C sharp, car array to string. How do you do it? How do you do it? I can do a new string and passing cars. Okay. So let's do that. New string. Wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. This does not seem right. What am I doing? Is it really like that? Maybe that is it. Okay, let's try that.
M, you are special.
Okay. So here I'm assuming that codes is no, codes is set. Codes is set. And there's something that's supposed to be easy and it's hard. I hate that. Okay, so I do seem to have gotten rid of that one problem. So this should be a bunch of periods. It is. So what is this value? Is it a period? It is. So that part looks good. I'm kind of expecting this code here to display something, and it's not currently. That's good. All good. Let me just see if I can step out. If it'll just execute without any errors. Well, now let me try one more. So what did it get to? 10. Okay, it got further. That's good. Left. 43. That's all good. Okay. So prev codes was periods. Codes and prev codes. They look the same to me. Okay, that looks successful. That seems like it should have displayed text boxes, but I was exiting, so I couldn't really see what I wanted to see. Here's the annoying thing. If I set a breakpoint, it's gonna break even before I can hit play. So let me that debug break doesn't actually work. So I want to build that. Okay. God. So annoying. Alright. Okay, see if I can see this the first time. First time that code executes when I play. Okay, that's how to do it. So in codes, it's set. Immediately it's set. To me, that means all this stuff inside of here should work. Okay, that looked like success to me. Still good. Still good. Just looking for some change in state. Doesn't look like it. So I'm going to undo the breakpoint. Just see if maybe the problem cleared itself. It did not. What's this junk? I don't know why it's paused. So this doesn't tell me anything. This code executes successfully. I mean, at least doesn't throw any errors. Everything going into it looks expected. As soon as I know the cause of this, I'm going to be so annoyed. No error messages. The code executes. Okay. What am I missing? Maybe they're all off screen someplace. Maybe one of the adjustments I made is positioning them in the wrong spot. So I said it's going to be screen height. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think I changed these into double negative. I think they're all there. I think I just messed them up a little bit. Like they're off screen. Yeah, see, here it is. Okay, so now I got those back there. I'm gonna raise them up a little bit higher because they're kind of hard to. No, I'm not going to. They're fine. Let me check that they still work as far as being able to specify that a certain animation will play in a certain spot. Okay, so it's playing now. This should give me bumps.
You are special.
No bumps, but I did have a different bug that was related to that. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay, try this again. Yeah.
You are special.
Okay, that's fine. So then let's take... Maybe it's a little hard to select these guys when they're this small. Huh. Yeah, that is pretty tough. But anyways, so let's see. Let's do a J there. And see if that works.
You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you.
Okay, that's not bad. Aside from this difficulty in just selecting these boxes. Can I get around that by just making them larger? I suspect I can just make them larger. Anyways, let's try this again.
You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you.
Okay. Let me make them a little bit larger so that they're easier to click on. And yeah, I think that'll be my victory point. Let's make these 40 and 40. Yeah, I got them up higher too. Okay. Let me see. Can I edit them? Yes. Much easier. Much easier. I can double click too, and I can just put in like B. B. That's not bad at all. D. T. G. D. J. J. Try that.
You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Okay. Fix that problem. You know what that was though, man? What that was me getting irritated that it was necessary for me to think harder than I was thinking to make progress. And just trying to do a little bit more. Because I've got a toothache right now, it's bugging me. I kind of want to wrap this up. I had to work late. I got other things to whine about. So this is my progress every day. If you look up above in the corner, kind of like where my mouse pointer is going, it's 120 days in a row. The last 120 days where I have made some form of progress on the game. This is one of the shorter sessions. Most of them are about 2.5 hours long. The weekends, I tend to put in 8 hours in one day on a Saturday or a Sunday. So, yeah, not every day do I really feel like doing this. Today, I could have skipped it, but I'm still committed to this thing of making some progress every day. So that's it. Did what I said I would do. Mr. Meeseeks is going to die right now. Stopping the stream.